is your post-match pint. It's Neil Atkinson, Steve Graves, Joel Richards. Joel, it's always someone's first game. That includes some of the Liverpool players in this instance, but it's always someone's first game. And that's why, for me, the only real shame is they didn't get that goal. It would have been nice there. You know, they get beat 3-0. It's all errors in the first half. It would have been lovely for there to have been a goal to celebrate for that crowd, where I think it was a lot of people's first game.
Yeah, I think that's the main takeaway from it tonight, is that there was a lot of kids in the crowd, a lot of expectant kids, a lot of hungry kids. When I say hungry in terms of wanting goals and wanting,
I'm sure they've been fed.
To be entertained, yeah, they have been well fed and watered, but you know, even when they've been further fed and watered, they want just that one little extra thing. They want that extra hot dog, that extra sweet, just to sort of get them over the line on the night. And I mean, for the players, yeah, it was a shame really, because there was a lot of will and there was a lot of effort, but I think the nature of the fact that for some of those players it's the first time playing in front of a crowd at Anfield.
Yeah.
You know, they've had some half measures with the odd under 23 game there, or the odd under 18 game in front of a small crowd at Kirby. So tonight, yeah, it was a shame that they didn't get that goal, and even for the, like, you know, for Harvey Davison goal as well. You know, we conceded 3 first half goals, which I'm sure he didn't want to.
No.
And obviously, no one wants to concede 3 goals on the debut at Anfield, but for as I say, everyone tried and everyone had a go, and it's just a shame that nothing came out of it further. But no one disgraced themselves tonight. I'm not walking away from there thinking, oh, none of them should ever be near the first team again. If anything, it's they can use that, as Klopp would normally say, use it as a basis and learn from it. So I think a lot of those players tonight, it'll done them more good than harm, and you can only, as I say, you can only learn from that going forward. And if we see any of them in our Carabao Cup sides this season, or FA Cup sides, no, I'm not going to be kicking off.
They go through the game. We had a little girl called Alice right next to us, Steve, all the way through. She was differing levels of engaged at different times, but that's all right. You know, that's literally how she had stickers and she had a book to do. All of that, but it was that sort of feeling. I think by the time you get to the last 15-20, you can see from Harvey Elliott, he's determined to try and find a goal. I think Elliott Milner with a clear standout, but then you would have said that when you saw the team drop, if you see what I mean, certainly in an attacking sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what you should expect, you know, is for them and Carvalho and Gomez and Canate to look what they are, which is established senior footballers, in some cases international footballers, who've played games for Liverpool, who've had those experiences that Joe was talking about. You know, Carvalho at a lower level, but still, you know, playing real football, if you like. And we looked through at half time. You know, the Strasbourg team, we came off at half time going, they look like. That looks like their first team pretty much, and it pretty much was.
It was, yeah.
You know, they were experienced footballers. You know, some of them who've played at a good level. You know, around Europe,
Senegalese internationals, all that sort of
internationals, and you know, when you could probably argue, and I probably would argue in the cold light of day, if I was really bothered, that Liverpool probably could have done with a couple more senior bodies in the side, just to help those younger players as well. I think the balance was just one or two in the wrong direction. We've seen that happen a couple of times in cup games as well, where the manager has just been happier to just focus on a couple of senior players getting a go, rather than really a whole structure of a team to sort of win the game, if you like. But I think maybe the benefit of winning the game, of getting a goal for one or two of them would have been great. But yeah, I mean, as Joel said, it was minutes in the legs for a couple of senior players, and it was a chance I think a chance as well for Elliott, particularly, to just establish what we already know, what the manager already knows, and what Harvey Elliott most of all already knows, which is he's a real first team player. He's, you know, you can see the difference. You can see it in real time between, you know, say him and Frauendorf, who I think at times does okay, Frauendorf, but yeah, he does. But it's clear, you know, it's clear the gap that's there.
Yeah, there's only one about 18 months between them in terms of age, but the gap on the pitch, you got to see it.
Yeah, it's huge, and I'm probably not even going to necessarily close within that period, but there's loads. There'll be loads of positives that some of those individual players can take. I think the left back does really well through the game, having struggled, I think, to come through it. I think, you know, is impressive. It shows character, and all round, you know, when you start with 5 on the bench, you're setting your stall out really for what it is that you're doing today. You know, you're not out there. You're not setting out really to win the game. You know, you'd like to, and it would be nice to, but ultimately there's other stuff going on for Liverpool FC at the minute.
There is minutes in legs. James Milner's had a weekend. It's worth saying, hasn't it? He's absolutely had a weekend. He's put a stint in here, James Milner. My word.
He really has.
Alright the Reds, to enjoy the rest of this video as well as all of our premium content, just click on the join button below and join our YouTube membership. You'll get all of our exclusive content, including our match previews, our post-match reaction, our exclusive interviews, and all the transfer chat about who is coming in and out. So yeah, share the journey with us, supporting Liverpool from the heart of the city. We're home, we're away. Come and share it with us. Up the Reds.